Okay, let me introduce the case. I want to introduce Corey, who is the receptionist, played by Carolyn, and Martin, a tech, who is played by me. And it's Tuesday. Corey has been with the Prairie Tree Veterinary Clinic as a receptionist for about 6 months, and she's glad she's taken the job. Fresh out of college, it was her first real job, and she was feeling confident. She received good feedback from Dr. Ming, who hired her, and she felt that others in the clinic were pleased with her work too. She gradually had gotten to know everyone who worked there, and she had a good relationship with each one. That changed, however, the morning she was confronted by Martin, one of the techs who had been with the practice since it opened its doors 20 years ago. As he passed by the reception desk, he just tossed out a casual remark, "Forget your name tag, dearie."
Oh, I did. I think I left it on the dresser at home.
Now that's a no-no. Now don't let it happen again.
I appreciated the reminder, but I didn't think it was his place to admonish me. Still, I intended to let it pass. After all, I could be taking it too seriously. But the next day, while I was seated at the reception desk, watching a video, it was one of these videos on how challenging it is for millennials and baby boomers to work together, Martin came by and leaned over my shoulder.
Anything good on TV?
It's educational.
Yeah. That's what my kid says about his video games.
I felt a flash of anger. I turned to face Martin, but he'd already gone. Over the next several days, I avoided Martin. Then one night, just before I was leaving, as I was, he wants to hear too. Just as I was leaving, I came into a room that Martin had left. The room stank. I felt a nasty squish under my foot. Sure enough, somebody had left a pile. I cleaned up my shoe and the floor, and then I hurried around to finish filling the racks with the brochure so I could go home. And overnight I stewed. I woke up the next morning determined to confront Martin. "Martin, I cleaned up the mess in the exam room last night."
Oh, well, you'll get used to it.
Well, I am used to cleaning up. I clean up my reception area every day. I think that we're all supposed to clean up the areas where we work.
Well, yeah, I know that. When you've cleaned up as many messes as I have, you'll have cause to complain.
Just then I heard another tech pass by.
Well, that's Martin for you. He's been here so long, he thinks he's the boss.
Oh, that's how they get along with Martin. They just let his comments roll off like water off a duck's back. For a moment I was relieved. Maybe I could just slough it off too, just like the others did. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought it was not right. Should I speak up? What should I say? That's your task.
That's the end of the case study. And now,
Now you've got to work.